Ay, ay, ay. What's up, everybody? It's week 33. We've been doing this weird LGS... Oh, hold on. There we go. We've been doing this weird LGS experiment for 33 weeks now. What's this? This is a bunch of cardboard in a basement. You can go buy it. It's over at pandorasdeckbox.com. You can use the code Eat Ship and Die to save 5% off your first order. Who's we? We've been doing this. It's me. I'm Adam. Got a wife, Alex, and we got 2 dogs and a kid. And soon you'll be able to buy this in person. We're starting phase 2. We got an LGS. I don't know if you missed last week or the week before. We told you that we got a lease on a place and we're going to make it real. We were cosplaying as an LGS and now we're going to go do it for real. Every week I talk about the Pokemon happenings, Magic happenings, news, and then business stuff. What's going on with the business? And then you can watch it every week. There's a new one, either Friday or Saturday. This time it's Friday because I got a bunch of shit I got to do tomorrow. I'll be up late. We'll be editing this, so I'm hopefully not going to have to do a lot of takes and edits because I don't have time. Let's get into it. It's Magic news. Luckily, the Magic and the Pokemon news are kind of short this week, but we got a lot of business news to talk about. Magic news. The full ban and restricted announcement came out Monday. Nothing crazy. There's some cards, they all got banned. Whatever. You've been living under a rock, there's some cards that got banned. We're going to talk about Commander unbans. There's no bannings on April 22nd. No new bannings, only unbannings. Gavin said we'll talk about it later. There was nothing about Commander in this Monday's announcement. Secret Lair, Tuesday. Secret Lair dropped on a Tuesday. It was weird. It was April 1st, but it was not Monday. Secret Lair usually comes out on Monday. It was Deadpool. Deadpool sold out in a couple days. It actually took a little longer than we expected. The chase cards have come out. There's a gift. Here's the card. Sorry, Editor Adam. I know you want to go to bed. But there's also a Blacker Lotus. Here's this, the Blacker Lotus. Deadpool. Everybody loves Deadpool. Now he's a Magic card. The Master... One of the Master cards, this one, blew up because of the combo synergy. This is a mechanically unique card. There's some reprints too, but solid Secret Lair. Hopefully you got one. It was out for a long time. You should have been able to get one. Foils are the play there because the non-foils are going to be in stores. Stores like ours, maybe. But non-foils are also for sale. And they both sold out. And, Secret Lair. That's what happens now. Pokemon news. Pokey is taking a break from the building a business content that he's been promoting. He's still going to do videos. He's still going to talk about stuff, but he thinks the time isn't right with the whole world collapsing economy in the shitter. Yeah. So interesting that, he's like, he's honestly made enough of the videos, and eventually the evergreen content can only be said every so often. And it doesn't make sense anymore. Here's how you make a website. Here's how you do marketing. He's done that, and you can go watch the videos, and we've watched them. They're great. We stand on the shoulders of giants, people like Pokey and Alpha Investments, and they put out great YouTubes, but the thing about YouTube is that they're there forever, and you can go watch the old ones, but, you got to make new content to be rewarded by the algorithm, because people don't want to watch old shit. They want you to say the same shit over and over again. So here I am. Week 33. Prismatic ETB is getting a reprint. These guys, these stupid motherfucking... Pokemon. They said they were going to do a reprint, and we all kind of thought it would take them a year or so to ramp up, but apparently end of April, it's coming. This I believe Danny Phantom was the first to report it, but news coming from Danny says it's going to be big, it's going to be significant, it's going to be a lot of product. He couldn't give specifics, but he said it could be as high as half as much as the original print, which is a lot. So we could see the markets go down. It's already come down a little bit, either because of S&P 500 going down 10% this week, or it could be because of the reprint news and people just trying to get in ahead before it drops even further. It could go down to $100. It's probably not going to go to MSRP. There's no way in hell it's going to go that low. The Umbreon is still a $1,400 card. Total set value is like $8,000. It's still going to be a valuable set. And it's still a specialty set. There's no booster boxes. It's just ETBs and auxiliary products. So if you have been trying to get in, it might be a good buying opportunity. If it drops any further, we're at 129 now, 130, something like that. It's been 140s. Should you panic sell? If you bought some at MSRP or lower, if you got a distributor, it might not be a bad idea. You could take in some profits and just, hold some cash for things to come down. We don't know. Catching a falling knife, is going down, but should you buy here? Should you buy here? Whatever. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how far this is going to drop. It's going to probably drop to $100 if this reprint is significant, but it is a very scalpable set, so people are going to scalp it, they're going to buy it and hoard it, and it's Pokemon. You know how it is. Now, as a shop owner now and ex-scalper, we're not going to scalp anymore as a real shop owner. We're worried about people's disposable income with the economy going to shit. So, things, maybe they'll bounce back, maybe things will keep going down, but people like gambling. Even if the market's bad, sometimes especially if the market's bad, people love to gamble. Generally, these cardboard products have done well in down markets, so we're a little nervous, but I think it'll be okay. I think we're going to be all right. We got a bunch of product that, we get on the shelves, but now maybe it'll sit a little longer than it has been. But, whatever. That's the game. That's what you're here to watch every week. See if we can survive. As a shop, we've reduced our product. Generally, the whole point of our thing is that we're going to be a couple bucks under market. We're going to try to be a little cheaper. So we had it at like 130s and now it's at 129. It's matched market and a little lower. So that's the whole point. 151 collection is also getting, poster collection is also getting a reprint coming at the end of April. I should have mentioned, it's probably in my notes. I've been skipping around. The coming at the end of April, theoretically, to distributors and then GameStop shortly after. So maybe we can see these in game stores by the end of April. We'll see. But 151, same story. Also a significant amount, apparently. This is not Pokemon and it's not Magic, but there's a new TCG. You've heard about the League of Legends TCG for a while now. They've teased it a little bit in YouTube videos and announcements, but it's got a name. It's Riftbound. Riftbound is happening. Pre-orders dropped on Southern Hobby on Tuesday. We placed a bunch of orders because it's not brick and mortar restricted. So hopefully we'll have a brick and mortar. We will have a brick and mortar, but hopefully we get unlocked that status in Southern Hobby, and then we get other distros and Peach State and GTS and all that shit. But anyway. They've got it for pre-order, and we can pre-order it. So we did. We got some. We've got a couple $1,000 into Riftbound. It looks good. People are excited. I don't know. Generally, the first box of these new TCGs, like Lorcana and Star Wars, the first box is worth more. So you can buy and hoard all the first editions. And we're a store. We're just gonna flip it for a little bit. We'll buy it at distro, and if it's at MSRP as a reasonable price, that's the price we'll sell it to you at. Anyway, it's not Magic or Pokemon, so it's probably going to be less than MSRP because that's kind of how it works. But I don't think it has an MAP, a minimum advertised price, like Sorcery, Arthurian Legends has a minimum advertised price. If you sell it less than that, you get in trouble. If it doesn't have that, it's probably going to be less than MSRP, but who knows? Again, maybe the first box is 2x MRP, whatever. We're very curious how that's going to get allocated because generally the products are based on previous quarter's spend. So if you spend $1,000 in Pokemon, you get $10 worth of stuff. Or I don't know the ratio, but there's some math that they use. So what do you do for new products? We never had a new product before in our experience as a shop. So, we put in some orders. Maybe it's just total distro spend. Maybe it's not based in a category. Maybe it's just, we'll find out. Business news. All right. Last weekend was big. We had 2 big IKEA bags worth of orders that went out on Monday. About $3,250 worth of products, mostly Journey Together, but we also had some Magic in there too. We got more Journey Together coming. We almost basically got wiped out. There's a couple things left on the site for Journey Together, but the ETBs are almost gone. The booster boxes went very quickly because we were at a good price. If you go to the website, you can sign up for the notifications when things come back into stock, which is kind of handy. Booster boxes and more ETBs are coming, and they'll be reasonably priced, just like the first wave. Maybe like $5 more, who knows? They went way too fast. But we like that. We like when people get happy, get the stuff they want. We had a thing the week before where we had the website was down and I talked about it, and then they fixed it on Saturday when I was editing the video. So we did actually end up selling a little bit of it on eBay before the site was fixed, but then the site got fixed. We sold on the site. Way cheaper, way less fees. That's what we wanted to do. Big news! Big news! I'm not taking the time to edit in big news. Nordstrom's is closing. I don't know if you know about Nordstrom's. It's a store where fancy rich people go to buy overpriced glasses and purses and shit. I don't know. Apparently they're not doing it enough because Nordstrom's is closing. And they had a bunch of their furniture on liquidation. So we went in and we found awesome deals, like crazy killer deals. Perfect timing, serendipitous. The store is going to benefit a lot from Nordstrom going out of business. It's sick. We got slat walls, 7 slat walls for $25 each. Those are hundreds of dollars. We got tons and tons of slat wall hooks, which are a lot of money. I think she charges $1 a piece, and she said there was 25, but we had easily 100 slat wall hooks. We got this sick ass. It's right over there. There's a 4-tiered rolling metal shelf that's like hand built and welded together. It's amazing. We got that for our store, middle of the room display, whatever. You can walk around it. It's like a hexagonal. Sick. We got 2 packing stations, like for the pack and ship stations. They got, whatever. We got play tables, not folding tables. We've got nice, they're super beefy. They're really heavy duty, and we'll put something nice on them. Maybe we got full play mats or something. I don't know. They don't look good, but they're solid. They're really good. We got display cases. We got this huge, it's like 500 pounds, this massive display case. It's 8 feet long, and it'll be the cash wrap for the store. So it's got glass lockable countertop thingies, so you can look in. It was supposed to be for sunglasses and shit. So you look in and there's products, the expensive cool stuff we'll put in there. Probably should have grabbed more stuff, honestly. They had like carpeting, industrial carpeting. That was like, I believe him. The dude was saying it was like $5,000 worth of carpet. He was going to sell us for $100, and I was exhausted. That was a lot of effort. That was Sunday, Monday. But it's all here, and the cash wrap's got drawers, and then all the drawers are lockable. It's incredible. So that was fun. We got another news. We got our POS hardware in the mail for the Shopify system, so that'll go on top of the cash wrap, and beep, money. You know how commerce works. You can imagine how commerce works. We called up a bunch of places. We called National Grid. We got the gas account for the store so we can heat the place. We called Hingham Light something, HLM, the electricity. We got electricity. That's good. We called Collect Insure to move our policy to the new location. We also upped our policy to $200,000. We included the shipping coverage, which I was like, I pay for the whatever. When you go and you ship at Pirate Ship, you can choose a button that says add insurance, and it's like $100 or so. And we've been doing that, and it's been fine. But for big orders, like we have the wholesale club, theoretically, we get a big allocation or something, and somebody send out a $10,000 order. This covers us up to $20,000. There's $500 of deductible, so we're just gonna and under $100 is covered for free on the USPS and I think UPS too. They just cover the first $100. So between $101 and $499, whatever, that's where we'll check the box and have an additional shipping up to $5 of shipping. $5 of shipping. $5 a box. We'll have to pay out of our pocket, but this is fine. We'll be insured, and up to $20,000 if it gets lost or stolen, whatever. It's important. Insurance, it's peace of mind. You're not supposed to make money off of insurance, but it's peace of mind. And the other thing is like USPS loses packages a lot. And these big orders, the bigger the volume of box, usually UPS is better than USPS because they're cheaper, and generally I don't think they lose as many packages, which is nice. So maybe our packages will be big enough for warrant UPS. I keep touching my eyes. I don't know. It's a nervous tick. I just shut up. Called the dump, Hingham Transfer Station. We can get a recycling permit for $25 a year, which is basically all we need. We have so many cardboard boxes we're breaking down all the time. That's good. And the trash, there's no dumpster at the place, but we can just take stuff home. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Had some thoughts on pricing for in-store items. I think actually in-store will be cheaper, but there's going to be a time limit. New hyped sets. Journey Together just came out. for example, Journey Together, we want to have in store because we want people to come into our store. It's going to be rare. We don't really want people to come to the store, but if they do show up at the store, they should have the newest item on display. Like they should be like, that's what I wanted. I wanted prismatic, and you got it on the shelves. If we sell it online at a reasonable price, it's just going to go out of stock, and then we'll have nothing on the shelves, and it's stupid. But that's really only a problem with new set releases. So Journey Together, if we make it a reasonable price, which we did last weekend, we sold out, it's all gone. We're going to have a separate inventory for new release stuff that's just for the store, and when you go in, you see it and it's cheaper than online. And that's cheaper. It doesn't make sense. When you go to an LGS, everything is more expensive than you can find online. For us, we want to encourage people to be in our store. It's cool. We don't have to ship things, which just saves us a bunch of money because over $150, your shipping is free, which means we eat it. And almost everything we sell sealed is over $150. So if you come to the store, we want you to have a little bit of a cheaper experience, and we want to encourage people to come and like play and hang out and stuff. So we're gonna incentivize that and the new set stuff, and we'll try. If once we start getting real allocation, we'll start doing the thing where you do MSRP and will not be always a scalper. The market's going to crash, and soon MSRP will say is scalping because I can get it for cheaper on Amazon. That day will soon approach. But for now, we're still in the Pokemon bull market. Macroeconomics, different story. But for Pokemon, still very much a bull market. We would love to charge MSRP and be a good guy, but I think we're going to do the thing where you have to be in person, you limit one, and we cut the plastic. And if you want a one that does not have the package removed, you can pay market price or what our price is, which is usually like $10 under market or some number that makes us happy, makes you happy. We make a margin, but we're not filthy, dirty scalpers. And we don't have like our overhead's low. We are going to have a building which costs money. We have to pay for liability insurance and electric and gas and all this shit. And the lease is, but it's small. And in total, we're at like $1,100 a month. So that's what we need to do to make money, is get to that point, and we don't have employees, we don't have a bunch of shit that we gotta pay for. So what I'm trying to say is that we're gonna try to make things cheap. Eventually, if we get a bunch of employees, we're gonna raise prices, whatever. To start, for new releases, things will be cheap if you come visit us in the store, because then I don't have to ship it. You can just do the scanny thing and you give me money and then... All right, in other news, I started 3D printing the store signage. That's coming up soon. So we need to... It took a little bit of effort because the printer hasn't been used in 3 years. I've forgotten everything, I know. Got it working. It's not the best print I've ever made, but it's in PETG, so it should hold up in the sun. And I'm gonna do a little sanding and spray painting and whatever. The sign... It's coming along. We're gonna need it because we get keys in 2 weeks. And since the 3D printer is working, we can print card slingers. Maybe we sell those in the store for $5, whatever. If you want to scan your collection, you can get a card slinger. They're pretty handy. Tomorrow, the reason I'm editing and shooting this is dark out, is going to New Hampshire. We got a friend that's selling us some collector boxes, which is sick. And we're gonna go visit Mom, bring the boy, have an adventure. That'll be fun. But I'll be busy and I won't be able to talk to you on Saturday. I'm talking to you now on Friday. We'll do finances next week. This week has been busy. We've been exhausted just moving. The 500, did I mention the showcase is £1 million? We got it into the van. We rented a van, a little U-Haul thing. And we got it in with a lot of effort at the store at the Nordstroms. And then to get it home, it was just me and Alex. And so heavy. And we were both like, yeah, I'm covered in bruises and shit. So, this is a lot of pain. But now that we had time, I didn't have a lot of time in Nordstrom's. So now we have time. I figured out how to disassemble it a little bit, and I can remove the top half from the bottom half. It's still, instead of 500, it's 200 pounds. But hopefully we can get that in the car. We called up movers to get a quote because we're like, oh, we're so lazy and tired. They wanted $1,200 to move one thing. Like, all right, well, I'll get a $40 van again, I guess. And I don't even think I need that. It'll fit in our SUV now, especially if we split it in half. Anyway, we're going to do finances next week. March was good. It was supposed to be no spend March. Listen, when you're opening a business, you gotta sign a lot of forms. Everybody wants a deposit. You can't start the electric without a $360 deposit for some reason. Apparently commercial utilities, they require deposits. Things take a lot of money when you're starting. We'll go through it next week. I'll probably promise. Next week's will probably be late. Again, there's a card show. Hey, no, I didn't say again. Haven't told you yet. Next week, there's a card show on Saturday. Barrel House Z in Weymouth, Massachusetts from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be there. We're going to not bring nearly as much as we did the first time. Mostly because we haven't prepared anything. we need to kind of figure out what we're bringing. And we want to leave some stuff for the store. So we don't really want to bring a whole lot. We want to keep some stuff for ourselves. We did buy a bulletin board thing that has a lock, so you can have all your singles out, but you can also lock them up. And we'll bring some high value cards. We don't want to bring everything. Maybe we'll bring it all, and maybe it'll all sell. Who knows? We'll have a bunch of money. What a problem. But trying to say we won't bring all of our inventory like we did the first time. We'll bring in some select stuff. I'll probably bring in the Japanese stuff. Stuff that has not been moving very quickly, we'll bring that. And then singles. We only got one table. We initially signed up for two, but then we got a store. And I don't want to fill 2 tables worth of our shit. Then we wouldn't have anything for the store. So that's it. All right, that's the news. Hopefully this is not 20 minutes. I was trying to go fast. I'm trying not to edit much. Let's recap. Magic, Deadpool, Pokemon, reprints. There's a new TCG called Riftbound. And it looks kind of fun. Kind of excited about that. Our wholesale club that we talked about before, that's free trial mode right now. You can ping me in the comments or DMs or whatever, join the Discord. You can order stuff at distro prices. And why am I doing that? Because we need to build our allocation. And there it is. You can help us do that by ordering stuff and agreeing that you have to pay for it. Thank you for watching this. If you've been watching it, patrons, you're too kind. You shouldn't do that. You get nothing. Phase 2, we are going to try to make the patron useful. Patreon. Some sort of useful, and it'll eventually turn into a paid wholesale club. Right now it's free trial, but eventually it'll be a Patreon where you have to pay. And the people that are in our club now will get grandfathered into a cheaper rate. So maybe you want to hang out. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, I don't care. Every week we roll a 20-sided die to determine our future, and the die is made out of tungsten. It weighs 10,000 pounds. Sorry, I've been scanning cards. There's not a lot of room on the table. Here it is. Last week we had an 11. Let's see what we get this week. Oh! Can you see it? It's going to be a good week. All right, everybody have a good week. Goodbye!